Here's a bit more info about the presets in the BG500. The presets up here basically allows you to store any setting of the knobs down here apart from the master level, which is why it says not in preset right here. So essentially what I can do is I can dial up any kind of sound that I want and store it right on the memories. The way I store is that I press and hold a button for about a second, and when it blinks, it's stored my setting. So let's try to make a sound. I've set my gain, and let's say I want to do a more hi-fi type slap bass style sound on my amp right now. So I dial up a little bit of spectrocomp to tighten it up, add a bit of the bass, add a bit of the treble, maybe open it up with the tweeter tone a bit, and I think that'll do. So now we store. Press and hold, it blinks, and now I've stored my sound. So now I'll move on to make a different sound. So let's make a more vintage rock and roll type of sound this time. So I'll back off a bit on the spectrocomp, leave the bass in there, drop some of the treble, roll off some of the HF with the tweeter tone all the way back to 2, and then add a bit of the tube tone in here. Let's put that at 5, press and hold, and I've stored my second sound. So now I can go back to my original hi-fi slap bass sound by simply pressing memory 1. I'm now back to the first sound I made. But right now I have a bit of a conflict because I don't see the actual sound. The knobs are basically out of position. While the sound is my hi-fi sound, the knobs still show my vintage sound. So what do I do about that? Well, it's actually fairly easy. If I want to dial in the exact setting that I had before, I simply grab any kind of knob on the front panel, and the small arrows up here will show me where to go. So right now I grab tube tone, and it's telling me to dial it down, down, blinks faster as I get closer to where I should be, blinks faster, 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 all the way down to 0. So now I'm in position. And I could do the same thing with the spectrocomp, dial it up, up, here's where I were. So basically I can do this with any knob and reset my whole sound. Now if you don't want to use the presets, or you don't like the presets, or simply want to play whatever the knobs are set to, there's a very easy way of doing that. Simply press the memory button one more time, turns off the LED, and now my sound is exactly what the knob says they are. So now you can count on the exact knob positions. So that's the quick overview on the presets of the BG500.